95% of our desires and decisions are in the non-conscious. Yet we run around and ask consumers, what products should we create? What should we innovate? Well, if 95% is in the non-conscious, how do we expect the 5% of their conscious mind to articulate what their unfelt and unarticulated needs are? That's the dilemma, the central dilemma of product innovation. So how does one use machine learning and artificial intelligence to understand product innovation, to know what to innovate in, to know what their desires are? So what we found and what we advocate is that the non-conscious mind has a set of needs that rarely find their way into conscious articulations, tweets, and posts of consumers. So what if we were to study the non-conscious? Well, the non-conscious, by definition, does not permit a close study. You can't really peer into a person's non-conscious mind. But if we remember the tools of principal component analysis and we say, hey, what are the primary influences, the principal components that really create desires in the non-conscious mind? And we find there are a few. There are a few primary influences of the non-conscious mind. So if one was to algorithmically analyze the primary influences of the non-conscious mind and find what those big factors are that drive the non-conscious, be it teas or soups or soaps or computers or telephony, what is it that influences the non-conscious mind pertaining to a given category? What are those neural bindings that have been reinforced over a course of time in each category with something interesting and important? Is it possible that the word probiotics is in some way connected to soup? Is it possible that, say, mental clarity is in some way non-trivially connected to tea? If you understand what the big concepts that are neurally bound, non-consciously connected and reinforced to a given category, it automatically leads to an innovation that the consumer says, oh my God, I'm glad somebody thought of that. How come I didn't articulate that before? So we find that using the tools of machine learning and unearthing the set of reinforced, non-conscious, neurally bound concepts is a very big first step towards product innovation. Well, the next side of that is to say, can we use ML and AI to understand whether the desire that we found or extracted from the non-conscious is in some way articulated well enough or unarticulated in conscious searching that people do, conscious tweeting that people do. If everybody is talking about something, it may be interesting, but maybe its time has come and gone. If it is something that you non-consciously desire, is neurally bound, but you haven't quite articulated that, asked for that, searched for that, looked for that, tweeted about that, blogged about that, if you haven't done any of that, well, maybe there is a big innovation with tremendous commercial potential buried right there. So it's a very powerful way to extract a potential innovation and find the viability of that potential innovation, both from the conscious and the non-conscious. That, we believe, is the next step in how we use ML and AI intelligently in unearthing product innovations. It is not by powered focus groups. It is not by mining millions of lines of social utterances of people. It's not by mining millions of lines of blog posts or reviews on a consumer website or listening to endless calls in a call center. It is figuring out the primary non-conscious neural bindings and finding the validation in the conscious for that which was unearthed in the non-conscious. That is the key to uncovering the next big iPhone or the next big tablet.